Shield. A person or thing providing protection. The reason that I have prefaced this report with this definition is what the humans did with the very simple shielding tech that they received. It was greenlit by the Tech Exchange Program. They had all the parts needed, just needed help assembling them in the correct order. The two common types of shields are a bubble shield and a plate shield. The difference between the two types are quite noticeable. The bubble shield is great at deflecting or absorbing the energy from multiple high-energy projectiles, but slower melee attacks can pass through with little resistance. On the other hand, a plate shield has an exceptional time-stopping melee, and only one high-energy projectile before needing to be reset. On the research and prototyping station that humanity set up in orbit of a desolate rock of a planet, I saw in real time, over the course of 10 minutes, a human mechanic, mind you not the highly trained engineers, figure out how our normal docking slips use shielding to soft guide ships into place, and 2 weeks to make a contraption she called a hamster ball. It was layered shielding, a technique where you layer the two types of shields, something that took my own species 5 decades to figure out how to do without killing most people nearby by mistake. And that doesn't count the time it took us to figure out how to get a shield to touch edge to edge without detonating. Yes, the human had already weaponized this by day 6, which this mechanic did with only causing 3 explosions. On that same station, an engineer noticed that with the plate shields, when you turn them on and off repeatedly, their spiraling formation caused shallow cuts on his workstation. To verify his findings, he decided to slice a chunk off his workstation by modulating the shields to 50% and 95% active. The use of the shields in that method has already gained great traction in the human ship's salvage operations for only requiring a charged battery and a shield generator for a scrapper to be able to cut into a ship. Now here we sit, as the Terran Federation has just unveiled their latest ship design, the Glaive. It is a sub-corvette-sized ship that has more shielding than most capital ships, and the noted above ideas of shield use have been implemented, and how to use a human term, turned up to 11 about 4 times over. And before you ask, yes, the tactic that they plan to use for the ship is to use the plate shields to ram and cut the target, and use the hamster ball shields to defend the craft. Now from what I can tell from the design, is that when the shields are on the needed space for the ships to go from sub-corvette to about battleship, yes, you are reading that correctly, it is at times a 150 size difference in space needed between shield on and off. Which also brings up the point that one human standard ship carrier can haul about 20 of them without issue. With this being said, I think that our tech exchange program should be put on hold until the terms can be re-evaluated to try to limit similar occurrences. In my personal opinion, I doubt that will help all that much. We all know what they did with FTL. With concern. Risk Assessment Specialist Erick Jaquez. P.S. The Glaive design is objectively ugly. Whichever human designed the ship needs a crash course in visual design 101.